Hello everyone. Today is Friday, January 31st, 2025. The temperature is 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius with 74% humidity. I'm here in the city of Perth in Australia. To get to Perth, I took a direct flight in Sydney where it took about 5 hours. Perth is the capital of Western Australia. It is the fourth most populous city in Australia with a population of over 2.3 million. Perth was founded in 1829. The city was named after the city of Perth in Scotland, and it was proclaimed a city by Queen Victoria in 1856. In 1836, free settlers began to arrive in Perth, attracted by the promise of land and opportunities. Perth edges the Indian Ocean with 19 snow-white sand beaches. Western Australia's capital is a dynamic city that balances the natural beauty with a lively after-dark scene. I plan to stay here for a week and plan to see the Bell Tower, Elizabeth Quay, King Park and Botanical Garden, St. Mary Cathedral, Rottnest Island, the Roundhouse, Fremantle Market, Hillary's Boat Harbour, State Farm Memorial, the Fraser Avenue Lookout, and Harrison Island. A reminder to please subscribe and stay tuned for 10 most interesting facts about the city of Perth.
The Rottnest Island, often colloquially referred to as Rotto, is a 19 square kilometer island off the coast of Western Australia, located 18 kilometers west of Fremantle. A sandy, low-lying island formed on a base of Aeolianite limestone. Rottnest is an A-class reserve, the highest level of protection afforded to public land. The State War Memorial is situated at the top of Kings Park and Botanic Garden. The War Memorial overlooks the city of Perth with views of the Swan and Canning Rivers and the Darling Ranges. The memorial was developed around an 18-meter-tall obelisk as the principal feature, which is almost a replica of the Australian Imperial Force memorials erected in France and Belgium. The Roundhouse was the first permanent building built in the Swan River colony. Constructed in late 1830 and opened in 1831, it is the second oldest surviving European building in Western Australia. The Roundhouse was used for colonial and Indigenous prisoners until 1886, when control of the convict establishment prison was transferred to the colony. After that, the Roundhouse was used as a police lockup until 1900, when it became the living quarters for the chief constable and his family. In 1966, the Port Authority opened the building to the public for 2 hours per day. Later, this attraction was run by the Western Australian Historical Society. The building was transferred to the city of Fremantle in 1982 and has been open daily since then. Cottesloe Beach is a popular beach in Cottesloe and one of the most iconic locations of Western Australia. The enduring popularity of the beach is the result of a combination of factors, including proximity to metropolitan Perth, accessibility by train, shelter from strong summer breezes, and presence of offshore reefs, making it a relatively safe swimming location. It has been recognized by the Heritage Council as a place of cultural significance since 2005. St. Mary's Cathedral, as it now stands, was constructed in 3 main phases, with the first phase completed in 1865. Plans were drawn up for the replacement of the cathedral in the 1920s with a larger perpendicular Gothic edifice. However, construction was interrupted by the onset of the Great Depression, leaving a new transept and sanctuary, with the aisle of the original cathedral as its nave. After being incomplete for 70 years, with portions of the cathedral requiring extensive repair work, funds were eventually raised in the late 1990s and early 2000s for the completion of the expansion. A new curved design for the expansion was created and featured a second spire and underground parish center. The cathedral closed for construction in 2006 and reopened in December 2009. The Swan Valley is noted for its fertile soil, uncommon in the Perth region, and tourism-based destinations. These include numerous wineries such as the huge complex at what was once known as Houghton, the state's biggest producer, and St. Alfred, and also many small family-owned concerns. There are also several microbreweries and rum and gin distilleries. The Swan Valley is served by roadside local produce stalls which sell seasonal produce throughout the year. Grapes, melons, asparagus, stone fruits, citrus, and strawberries are grown and sold in the Swan Valley. The bell tower was designed by the local architects Hames Charley. The 18 bells have a combined weight of about 9 tons and, when rung, exert considerable forces on the support structure. To achieve the required rigidity, the 6-story bell chamber was made with reinforced concrete cast in situ.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone.
The Fremantle Market is a public market located on the corner of South Terrace and Henderson Street. Built in 1897, it houses over 150 shops for craftspeople, fashion designers, and merchants in the historic hall, and fresh food producers, vegetable growers, and food retailers in the yard. Elizabeth Quay is a mixed-use development project in the Perth Central Business District, encompassing an area located on the north shore of Perth Water near the landmark Swan Bells. The precinct was named in honor of Queen Elizabeth II during her Diamond Jubilee. Kings Park is home to the spectacular Western Australian Botanic Garden, which displays over 3,000 species of the state's unique flora. 2/3 of the 400-hectare park is protected as bushland and provides a haven for native biological diversity. 10 most interesting facts about the city of Perth. Number 10. It has the largest inner-city park in the world. Kings Park in Perth is bigger than, say, New York City's Central Park. Number 9. Perth is closer to Bali in Indonesia than the capital city of Canberra. Number 8. It's the world's largest producer of bling. The Kalgoorlie mine, born during the gold rush of the 1880s, is the world's largest producer of gold. Number 7. The only place in the world you can find quokkas. Hidden on the sun-kissed islands off the Perth coast lives the adorable quokka, known as one of the happiest animals in the world. Number 6. Perth gets more sunshine than any other Australian city. With more hours of sunshine, Perthians have the pleasure and privilege to spend as much time outdoors as they want. Number 5. Perth is the second most isolated city after Honolulu, with the next nearest city a whopping 2,200 kilometers away. Number 4. The city has 9 sister cities, including Kagoshima in Japan, Houston in Texas, Rhodes and Megiste in Greece, San Diego in California, Chengdu and Nanjing in China, Vasto in Italy, and Taipei in Taiwan. Number 3. It has one of the longest straight railway tracks in the world. The iconic Trans-Australian Line has appeared in the Australian Book of Records for the longest straight section of railway road in the world. The straight section of the track is 478 kilometers. Number 2. Perth is huge. If Western Australia was a country, it would be in the top 10 biggest countries in the world. It's also the only capital city in the world where an aeroplane can land in the central business district. And number 1. The Swan River is a major landmark in Perth and is a popular spot for boating, swimming, and fishing.
Thank you for watching. A reminder to please subscribe. See you next time.